What's up YouTube, this is Tubedigga, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create long evolving soundscapes and drones using the MPC Live with one short sample. So first of all, I'm going to press and hold Shift, press Menu and navigate to the internal directory of the MPC Live. I'm going to search in that directory for Bell, and I'm going to choose one of these Bell samples. Now I'm going to choose this one, Perk-Bells 04, because it's got quite a nice amount of harmonic content in it. And then I'm going to go to Process, scroll right and choose Timestretch. Now AKAI have done a great job in implementing the new Timestretch algorithm in the current OS 2.0.5. It's considerably different from the original. I'm not sure if this was their intention, but if you take down the ratio to its lowest setting of 1, press do it. Go make a cup of tea, paint the hallway, change the tyres on your car, visit your nan in Timbuktu, maybe train to be an architect. That should take a minimum of 7 years. I'm only joking, it doesn't take that long. It'll be done in a minute. Come on. There you go. Let's normalise that before we have a listen. Okay, so now our sample is, I'm going to turn the main volume down on the MPC. It's very long. I'm not going to even begin to try and work out how long that is. But as you can hear, it's these they're quite interesting artifacts, but we just want a nice smooth sample. So what I'm going to do is crop that first portion off. The sample's massive, so it doesn't matter if we lose some of it. And I'm also going to just fade up. Let's just scroll in, zoom in, sorry, and see how long that. So yeah, let's fade in about 10 or 15 seconds of the start. Fade in, zoom back out. So let's normalize the entire sample again. Now it doesn't matter if there's a fair bit of silence here, we can crop that. In fact, let's crop that. Discard, and then let's just fade out the end just so there's no nasty clicks. Right, so what we've done is we've brought the sample in, we've time stretched it to the most extreme ratio, we've brought it all the way down to 1, and we've just cleaned up the start and the ends. So now what we're going to do is go to our program editor, and we're going to, oh, it's already loaded into our first layer. So let's take a listen to that. So as you can hear, it's a really nice, smooth, ethereal drone that we've got there. Now, go to our next layer and load in that sample again, and let's load it in to layer 3. So on layer 2, I'm going to pitch it down to -12 semitones. And on layer 3, I'm going to pitch it down to -24. The reason for that is that it's quite a high pitch sample and I want to add some mid-range content, so I've pitched that down an octave or -12 semitones, and I want some really low bass frequencies, so I've pitched the third layer down to -24. So let's take a listen to that. Now we can go to the level fields here, adjust them, let's bring up the volume a bit. So that's all sounding really nice. So now what? Let's go to our LFO modulation page and select the sample playback to be note on, and this means now we can play around with the envelopes. Just a point on that, if it's set to one shot, you'll press the pad and it will just go on for the entire length of the sample. We want to be able to control this, because next we're going to copy this pad over and create some different tones. So let's go back to the envelope page and let's choose a longer release. Yeah, let's set that to 110. Now let's press copy and press the field below, copy to pad, and let's choose pad number 2. Let's press pad number 2. Let's copy it over. Let's go back to the different layers here where we can see all their semitones, and let's change them up a bit. Let's bring the middle one down. Let's put it up to -7, and let's put the third layer up to -16. So these should be in key with each other now. So we've got some really nice textural drones happening here, and we can just go on forever creating an entire bank. You can press copy again, copy the second pad, or copy the first pad to pad 3, do the same again. Let's put the first layer up to +5 semitones. Let's bring the middle one down to -16, and let's try 32. So yet again we've got another mood, another feel, another atmosphere happening with this one. It's a bit more foreboding. Let's go back to the first one. And obviously there's loads of other things you can do now, because we've not used the effects, we've not used any modulation on any of the panning or anything. We can set our automation to right, and we can do some live panning to get these moving around in space a bit more. We could use an LFO to achieve the same thing with the pan, but I prefer with something like this to do that manually. So what you could do is record in your sequence with the pads and then go back to the start of your sequence, and you can just keep going back and laying over modulation time and time again until you get it how you want it. But I would recommend to use the right automation and do those panning, do that panning automation manually. Anyway, I hope this has been interesting for you guys. Obviously you can use any other samples, just try it out. The Timestretch algorithm in the MPC Live and MPC-X now is fantastic for this kind of thing. You aren't really going to be left with a sound that sounds similar to anything else, because it's all down to the samples you choose to time stretch, and obviously the different semitones you set them at. We've not even touched the filter, so we could do things like set this program up as we have it now. We can duplicate this program and then change the filter type. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've got any comments, any questions, please leave them down below. Please like, subscribe and share this video. This is Tubedigga, and I am out.